Good morning, students. This is a video to show you the lesson and homework for Monday, November 2nd in English 9. So the first thing you need to do to get ready for class today is to open your autobiography. Some of you have your autobiography written into a nice Google Doc essay, like this picture, and some of you have your paragraphs in this slideshow, and you have not put your paragraphs into an essay form. Wherever your autobiography paragraphs are, remember your autobiography is the story of your own life, and you wrote it 2 paragraphs at a time last week. Okay, wherever that autobiography is, please open it up. The next thing you need to do is to open up our Canvas page. Okay, so you should have the Canvas page open, and you should have your essay pulled up. Okay. We're going to start today with 3 positive affirmations. Okay, so please repeat each statement after me. Number 1, I have courage and strength. Number 2, my success is up to me. Number 3, I can do it. All right, thank you very much. All right, so today we are going to work on revising and editing our autobiographies. So at this point, you should have copied and pasted all 8 of your autobiography paragraphs into a Google Doc. It should look something like this. If you do not have 8 paragraphs written, you need to go back to your slideshow and write your paragraphs. Okay? So that's what you need to do right now if you are not all done with your 8-paragraph autobiography. Okay, you should not move on and do any revision or editing until you've written all 8 paragraphs and copied and pasted them into a Google Doc like this. If you have any questions about how to copy and paste into a Google Doc, okay, go to our Canvas page and scroll down to the bottom. Go to where it says Other Links, and it says Last Week's Landing Page. If you click on that link, it will take you to our homepage for last week. And last week, I created videos for each day of the week about how to write your paragraphs for your autobiography. Okay, so each day had a video explaining the day's paragraphs. On Friday, there was a video that showed you how to copy and paste your paragraphs into a Google Doc. So if you are still working on your paragraphs, go back and look at these videos. Okay, when you are all done with your 8 paragraphs, watch the video for Friday to show you how to copy and paste them into a Google Doc like this. Okay, that's what you need to focus on finishing if you haven't finished it yet. If you do have a Google Doc like this with all of your paragraphs, you are ready to revise and edit. Okay, revising is when you look at your essay and you change big things about it. Okay, when we revise, we're looking at the big picture. We're looking at your essay as a whole. Okay, when we edit, we look at small details. And you always revise first and then edit second. So the first thing we're going to do today is look at revising our essay. We're going to revise some things, and we will save some revising to do later on our own. So when you revise, you look at your essay and you make sure you have the right number of paragraphs. This essay should have 8 paragraphs. If you don't have 8 paragraphs, you might need to add some. If you have more than 8 paragraphs, you might need to remove some. Each paragraph in your essay should be 5 sentences long. As you look at your paragraphs, if you don't have 5 sentences in each paragraph, you might need to add some. Okay? In some cases, you might need to remove sentences, but not for this assignment. For this assignment, it's okay to have more than 5 sentences per paragraph. Sometimes when you revise, you find that your ideas are not in the right order. They are not organized well, and maybe they don't make sense. Okay? In that case, you would need to change the order of your sentences or paragraphs. Okay? So put them in a different order. So your autobiography should be in order chronologically from when you were born to the present to what you will be like in the future. Okay, that's order of time or chronological order. Okay, so your essay should be in chronological order. So I'm going to give you some time to revise your essay. So I want you to go back and look at your essay. I want you to read it again. And I want you to check for the following things. Your essay should have 8 complete paragraphs. These paragraphs should be in chronological order. The first paragraph should be about your birth. The next paragraph should be about your childhood. Then there should be some paragraphs about your present, what your life is like now. Then the last paragraph should be about your future. A paragraph should be in chronological order. Each paragraph should have at least 5 sentences, 5 or more sentences. Okay, so count the sentences in your paragraphs. Each sentence or each paragraph should have a topic sentence and a conclusion sentence. If you don't have them, you need to add them. Remember, adding sentences is part of revision. Okay, so I want you to take some time right now. So you will need to pause this video. So hit pause and take some time to go back to your essay and check for these 4 things. Okay, count your paragraphs. Make sure there is 8. If there is less than 8, you need to add more paragraphs. Make sure your paragraphs are in the right order. If they are not, you need to change the order so that they are in chronological order. Count the sentences in your paragraphs. If there are less than 5 sentences in a paragraph, you need to add some more sentences. Check your paragraphs for topic and conclusion sentences. If you don't have them, you need to add them. So right now, pause this video, go to your essay, and revise your essay. In class, I will give students 10 minutes. If you are watching this at home, you can take as long as you need. Keep revising at home throughout the week. If you don't finish today, keep revising your essay until you've met these requirements. These are the very most basic requirements. Okay, these 4 things is where you will get most of your points for this assignment. Okay, and this essay will be worth 50 points, which is quite a lot. Most of those points will come from these 4 things. So really spend some time making sure that you've completed these 4 requirements for your essay. The next thing we're going to do in class is a little bit of editing. Remember, editing are those small details in your essay, okay, where you look at the sentence level of your essay and you check to make sure the grammar is correct in each sentence. You check to make sure you use capital letters in each sentence. And you check to make sure you have correct punctuation in each sentence. Okay, so editing is about the small details of each sentence. Today we're going to work on editing. Specifically, we're going to work on using periods. Okay, so to yourself, think and answer the question, when do we use a period? When do we use a period? Hopefully, you came up with the idea that we use periods to end complete ideas. We put a period at the end of a complete idea. In writing, a complete idea is called a sentence. Okay, so you put a period at the end of certain kinds of sentences. There are other kinds of end punctuation too. For example, an exclamation point is a type of end punctuation, and a question mark is a type of end punctuation. But today we're going to focus on periods, and you use periods at the end of certain kinds of sentences. The first kind of sentence, at the end of which you would use a period, is called a declarative sentence. A declarative sentence makes a statement. It states a fact or says that something is true. For example, the sky is blue. That is a statement of fact. At the end of that sentence, you need a period. Okay? I highlighted 2 words here, sky and is. These 2 words are the subject, sky, and the verb, is, of the sentence. You can tell if your idea is a complete idea because it will always have a subject and a verb. Okay? Every sentence has a subject and a verb. If it does not have one of those things, it is not a complete sentence, and you need to add a subject or a verb. Next sentence, I ate cereal for breakfast. That is a statement. That is a declarative statement. That is a fact of what I did today. It has a subject, I, and a verb, ate. At the end of this complete thought, we need a period. Another kind of sentence where you need to use a period is an imperative sentence. An imperative sentence makes a command. Okay? A command is where you tell someone to do something. Okay? In imperative sentences, the subject is usually implied. Okay, so for example, if I am talking to my students, I would say, open your autobiography. Okay, I would not always say, you open your autobiography with a subject of you. Rather, I can simply start with my verb, open your autobiography. And the subject is implied. I am talking to you, so I would like you to open your autobiography. At the end of this imperative sentence, I need a period. Please shut the door. Okay? I'm asking you to shut the door. At the end of this imperative statement, I need a period. The last kind of place where we would use periods is an abbreviation. Abbreviations are not kinds of sentences. Abbreviations are where we shorten words. So for example, I live in the USA. Okay? The letters USA are an abbreviation of United States of America. In between each letter of the abbreviation, we need a period. Okay? After U, after S, and after A. Another example, your teacher is Miss Cat. Mr. Harding teaches science. Okay? The letters MS are an abbreviation for the word mistress. Okay? Mistress is a word that stands for a female. Okay? So a female teacher is Ms. Okay? You also might sometimes see Mrs. with an R. Okay? Mrs. implies that a woman is married. Ms. does not tell you whether the woman is married or not. Okay? But MS is an abbreviation for mistress. Okay? It's a shortened version. Because it is shortened, we need a period at the end. Ms. Cat. Okay? Mr. MR, this is an abbreviation for Mr. We need a period at the end of that too.